Hello and welcome to another chapter from your core course Appreciating Prose. This video is based on The First Atom Bomb by Marcel Junod. It is a graphic and gripping first hand account of the dropping of the first ever nuclear bomb in Hiroshima. It recounts the horrific incidents that unleashed thereafter. Marcel Junod, who lived between 1904 and 1961, was a Swiss doctor who won international acclaim for his humanitarian services during his stint as a delegate of International Committee of Red Cross. After graduating in medicine and specializing in surgery, he was deployed in Ethiopia as a delegate of ICRC during the Italo-Abyssinian War. He has also worked for ICRC in Spain during Spanish Civil War and in Europe as well as Japan during the World War II. Junod spent most of his childhood among the poor communities in Switzerland where his father worked as a pastor. Even as a student, he had engaged in charity work and had directed the relief movement for Russian children in Geneva. His book, Warrior Without Weapons, from which the first atom bomb is taken, recounts the horrifying experiences he had with war. The attacks on Red Cross ambulances by the Italian military and Ethiopian armed groups, and the use of mustard gas by Italians against the civilians in uh, breach of Geneva Protocol during the Italo-Abyssinian War, shocked his conscience. He was instrumental in signing off many agreements regarding prisoner exchange, despite the disputed legal status of the Red Cross to intervene in civil conflicts during the Spanish Civil War. His intervention led to the release of 5,000 prisoners before the fall of Barcelona. The organization of research and information exchange regarding prisoners under his behest was unprecedented in the context of civil conflict. He arrived in Tokyo on 9th August, the same day that the atomic bomb was dropped in Nagasaki. During the Second World War, he served as an ICRC delegate. He visited prisoners of war by both the Allied and Axis powers. In June 1945, he was sent to Japan and arrived in Tokyo, as I told you, on 9th August. Though his original mission involved the supervision of the adherence to Geneva Conventions in Japanese territory, after the American droppings of the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, that was on August 6, 1945, and Nagasaki on August 9, 1945, the subsequent Japanese surrender, all these things led him to do something else that he wasn't meant to do at that time. He quickly organized an assistance mission, becoming the first foreign doctor to reach the site. In 1950, he received the gold medal for peace of Prince Carl of Sweden for his exemplary humanitarian service. In 1961, he was posthumously awarded the Order of the Sacred Treasure by the government of Japan. A monument was erected in his honor in the Hiroshima Peace Park. So you can find on the screen the two monuments, one in Hiroshima, another in Geneva, that was erected for Marcel Junod. A similar monument was inaugurated in Geneva in 2005. In it are engraved Junod's words: "Those who call for help are many. It is you they are calling." Before we move on to the atomic bombings of Hiroshima, let's learn something about that project. The project, pioneered by US, was actually codenamed as Manhattan Project. The first successful test of the plutonium bomb in New Mexico was conducted at Trinity Test Site on 16th July 1945. And you may find an obelisk which is erected there in New Mexico in memory of the atomic test that was conducted there. Even after the defeat of Germany by the Allied powers, Japan relentlessly fought the war. This posed a grave threat to the Allied powers, and President Truman of United States believed that an atom bomb, if it is dropped on Japan, would bring an end to the war and establish the US as the dominant power in the world. And these are the pictures of the two atomic bombs that were dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The picture on the above is that of Little Boy, which is a code name for the atom bomb that was dropped in Hiroshima, and the one below is Fat Man, the bomb that was dropped in Nagasaki. Now let's learn something about Hiroshima and the Hiroshima bombing. Hiroshima was a city located about 500 miles away from Tokyo. It was a manufacturing center at that time, and 350,000 people lived in Hiroshima in 1945. And about the bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima, it was called Little Boy, as I told you earlier, and it was a uranium 235 bomb. It was aboard a modified B 29 plane, and the mass of the bomb was 4,400 kilograms. It had 3 meters length. Its diameter was 71 centimeters. And in the morning of 6th August 1945 at 8:15, this bomb exploded 2,000 feet above Hiroshima. The bomb killed 80,000 people instantly. It wiped out 90% of the city and exposed generations to the pernicious effects of radiation. After 3 more days, they had another bomb being dropped on Nagasaki on 9th of August, which led to the immediate surrender of Japan. Nature has a way of surviving even in the worst situations. So, this tree that you see here is an example of that. This tree is called Ginkgo biloba, and this tree is actually a native of uh, China, and it survived the atomic bombing. The descendant of this tree was actually planted in Geneva, the second generation of the tree which survived the bombing. The name of the tree means tree of hope. The sapling of that descendant was actually planted on the compound of the United Nations office at Geneva. And that shows the hope that still survives. The tree was planted in 2013, and it is standing as a living testimony to the horrendous consequences of nuclear weapons and as a hope for eliminating them from the face of earth. Marcel Gounod's diary entry records, I have no doubt about it. The world is today confronted with a choice to continue to exist or to be annihilated if that bomb is used again. That's all about the introduction to the essay. Now we'll continue with the essay in our next video. Thank you.